Imagine me above the trees, I pick them up, pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, I think that's my pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky.
Picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time. I'm a writer just in time. Fire up the super sticky.
Right now, my reach.
Give me an open skies.
Higher than the fans on earth, but that's my favorite line.
Fuck. Look like it's snowing in. They think that is fucking funny, but I'm getting. I only live one way. That's Monday through Sunday. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay, man. It's Monday, new week, man. See what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what happened yesterday. Doesn't matter what happened the day before, last week, any day. It's all about today, man. Living in the present, focusing on the future, the short term and the long term as well, man. Hope everybody out there doing well. You see what I'm saying? Trying to get some cash. I'm not really here to waste your time as well. So, with that being said, it's all love. I hope y'all doing good. Drinking water, working out, all that good stuff, man. But appreciate you, Juju, my guy in the chat. Shout out to my guys in the chat, man. All the members, everybody that's here to come and watch the show. Shout out to my guy, Juju, man. Real one over there. Where my guy James at? My guy James in the chat as well. Real ones, man. Real ones. But everybody though, everybody in the chat, all the members. Shout out to all y'all. Let's get this cash, man. I'm not here to waste your time. I could do motivational speeches. You know what I'm saying? All this other shit. Fuck all that. Let's try to get to this money, man. First game up. Let's go over here to the streets of Detroit in this one, man. Pistons laying 4.5 at the house versus the Bulls. Now, I mean, these are my spots. The spots are starting to become more clear. I'm actually starting to see things a lot better now. I don't know what's going on with my body right now. It's like I'm in AI or something right now, but the spots are starting to be a lot more apparent now. Obviously, the Bulls got smoked. They got smoked yesterday. Now they had a little players only meeting. It could mean something. It may not mean anything, but they know for a fact they can't be getting smoked like that. They know that they let their fans down. First off, can y'all hear me good? It should be because I moved and shit. I know my mic and everything be cool. Can y'all hear me pretty good? I'm pretty sure my mic is on and shit. But Bulls coming off a horrible loss. I'm talking about they got smoked 143-107. I actually kind of liked the Rockets yesterday too. I didn't think that they would get smoked like that. They got absolutely pounded. Now, this is a bounce back spot. I would not bet against the Bulls today. So this is not a spot that you have to bet. You see what I'm saying? But remember when I told you when the Blazers, this is just follow the patterns. Remember the Blazers had just got absolutely smoked. Remember, they had lost by like 40-some points. What did they do next game? They won outright as 9.5-point underdogs versus the Wolves. You know what I'm saying? So I know that the Bulls aren't the same. They don't necessarily have the caliber players that the Blazers do, but this is a Bulls bounce back spot. I would not bet against them. It's either in this spot, I would bet the Bulls or I would stay off the game. I'm taking the fucking Bulls here plus the 4.5. You don't have to take it. Guess what? If you think they're trash, don't take them. Please don't. I'm taking the Bulls. And you know what? I'm going to put some on them in the first quarter plus the 1.5 as well. This is a bounce back spot. Now, let me start with this. I love the Pistons, guys. I know I'm the one that's been telling y'all, that's been preaching. Hey, the Pistons are bouncing back this year. They're a lot better than what people think. Obviously, they had one of the worst records in the league last year. They have a new coach. They're back. This is still a fatigue spot as well. You see what I'm saying? The Pistons have been playing well, but they've had – look at this. This is – back-to-back with travel from Washington, D.C. Not a super far travel, but it's still – they're coming off 3 straight road games, coming back to the house. This is a back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th game in 6 nights with 3 road games in there. 5th game in 7 nights for the Pistons here. This is not a spot that I'm laying points. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I know it's the Bulls. I know that they got smoked yesterday. Guess what? My money – I have the Bulls plus 4.5 in my pocket. And I'm also taking the Bulls in the first quarter as well, plus 1.5. I think they have the lead at the end of the first quarter. I think they cover the first quarter money line. This is a Bulls spot for me. Pistons have been playing well, been playing some great basketball. This is a spot where I see them running out of gas, in my opinion. There were also, I mean, this makes it even better. There were 2 overtime games in there as well. Remember, they played the Miami Heat, winning the overtime. That was the in-season tournament game. They beat the Heat 123-121 in overtime. Then the next night they go to Milwaukee and lose that one in overtime, right? So we took them versus the Raptors. I was all over them versus the Raptors. They end up eking that one out, but as you could tell, they were kind of starting to run out of gas. Now they went over there and smoked the Wizards with no problem. This is a bad spot for the Pistons. I really feel like I have a good handle on this team. I love the Pistons. This is not a spot where I'm laying 4.5 with them. I'm sorry. And this is also a spot where I think that the Bulls want to get that bad taste out of their mouth. Now, one thing that you hope nobody pops up on the injury report. This is the new age NBA. These guys do not freaking care about playing basketball. Oh, I can get 500, I can get 300,000 for this game and sit out. Oh, well, shit, I'm sick. I I got a little cough. You see what I'm saying? So you got to watch the injury report. Levine, somebody might like that pop up. And if someone does sit out this one, then obviously the Bulls are to stay off of them. That means they're in a train wreck. But what I'm expecting everybody to play. I'm expecting these guys they know that their defensive effort was absolutely horrible yesterday. I'm expecting this team to come out with some fight today, man. That's just me. See what I'm saying? You don't have to ride it, but I'm expecting. I will bet on the bounce back for the Bulls early and often in this game. I want to take them trifecta. I'm not even going to lie to you, but I know that the full game is the top spot. That's where the Pistons should run out of gas. I think the Bulls want to get that bad taste out of their mouths. And I also think it starts early. I think they come in here first quarter plus the 1.5 and cash that shit. So you take whatever you like. I'm on the Bulls bounce back spot. Bulls over Broadway. Give me the Bulls plus 4.5 in my pocket. And I also think they cover the first quarter plus 1.5. I also think they get the job done on the trifecta spot. And I would also lean to the under in this game as well. I know no one's going to like it. You don't have to take it. I'm just here to tell you what my money's on. And then last thing as well, the Bulls have actually done really well in Detroit. They're 17-2 straight up and 14-4-1 against the spread in their last 19 games versus Detroit. So that's just some stats there. Let's go over here. Speaking of Broadway, let's go over here to the streets of New York in this one. Knicks land 14 points at the house versus the Wizards in this one. The Knicks have absolutely owned the Wizards. Everybody has owned the Wizards. I could go out there and probably own the Wizards. Knicks won 5 straight versus them. They won 8 of the last 9 versus the Wizards. They're only 5-5 against the spread, though. Check this out. The Wizards are actually 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games when playing in New York. It's crazy as hell. I don't know what it is, but they cover the spread. The last 5 times they've been in Madison Square Garden, the Wizards have covered the spread. I'm not saying they're going to cover today. One thing I do know that the Knicks have kind of been BSing around. If you've been betting on them, you know they have not been covering spreads. So I believe yesterday they were landing between 10-10.5. They end up winning by exactly 10. So you can kind of they're 4-5-1 against the spread in their last 10 games. But really, even like I say, yesterday was really 10.5. So they're supposed to be 0-3 against the spread last 3, 1-4 against the spread last 5, 2-6 against the spread their last 8. And now they're laying 14 points in this one. Let's see who they have on deck. They got a road trip as well on deck. This is to kiss the wives, not kiss the wives and girlfriends goodbye. It's to kiss the wives / girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they have both, but I'm sure a few of mine, but that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying? But this is the 4th straight home game. And this team lost to the Bulls. Bulls beat the Knicks outright. It's 8.5 point, but whatever from that. But they do head out on a road trip after this. Let's just see real quick. I want to see how many games it is. I don't like this spot for the Knicks. I don't know if I can get there with the Wizards, but I don't like this spot. So they head out for a 5-game West Coast road trip after this game. I don't like this spot for the Knicks land 14. It pains me to say it. Well, it doesn't pay me to say it because I didn't bet this shit, but I lean Wizards here plus the 14. Obviously, they're not winning this fucking game, but when you're talking about keeping it within double digits, we see the Knicks they have a really great starting five. The bench is not as great, obviously. I think I saw something that Malcolm Brogdon is possibly off of the injury report. Not that he'll mean nothing, but I mean, the Pistons, the Wizards have been doing well. They're 0-8 straight up last 8, 1-7 against the spread. So really hadn't even came close to covering the spread. They covered versus San Antonio by half a point. Other than that, they have been getting smoked. They've been losing by double digits damn near every single game. So I can't talk you out. I mean, the Knicks can do whatever the fuck they want here. Simple. But I just know that I know that his Wizards are done for me. For whatever reason, they play well at Madison Square Garden. So if you like Knicks, don't let me talk you off. Wizards plus a 14 or nothing. That means it's nothing. Let's go over here to the streets of Miami, man. This was a really good spot to take the Sixers. And I'm not going to go too deep into this game because I really don't even fucking care. Joel Embiid's not going to play here. So if you like the Heat, it could be simple. Just take the Heat here. Now, I don't necessarily like the spot for the Heat, to be honest with you. I was going to be on the Sixers first half. I'm not going to say heavy, but I was on Sixers first half. That was my spot here. Even thought they could win the game outright. Then you see this old bum-ass motherfucker, bro. Excuse my language if your kids are listening, but we got to talk. First off, so when Embiid won MVP, I was all over him. I had 5 figures on him to win MVP that year. It was you know what I'm saying? I was taking no Embiid slander, you know what I'm saying? But hey, he earned an MVP. All the shade is warranted. All the hate for Embiid is warranted. First off, he said he wanted to play back-to-back versus who was that? The Cavs, and then end up sitting out. Then they go out there and play Orlando. They get smacked up. And then in this one, I'm like, oh, okay. Embiid and Paul George, all right, when are they going to start to win? This team is 2-10. Right now, they're competing for the lottery right now. You see what I'm saying? So this team is ass, man. I know that they covered versus the Cavs for me with no Maxey, Embiid, or Paul George, but man, this dude is soft as fuck, bro. You see what I'm saying? I just want to say something real quick. In WNBA, you got people that may not want to watch it, but you got to respect them women, man. They're not sitting out for an illness or because they're on their period or something. They're not sitting out, oh, I have a migraine, or I got a finger sprain. Them women playing every single night. And they don't get paid nowhere near as much, man. They out there playing hard. They're not flopping. They're not foul baiting. They're not arguing with the refs and shit going up and down the floor. Man, WNBA playing harder than these guys in the NBA, man. Illness. Man, if you don't take some fucking NyQuil or cough drop and get your ass out there and play, if you got the flu or COVID or something, I can dig it, man. But come on, bro. Like, these guys are just soft as hell mentally, man. The testosterone levels are at an all-time low. No respect from Embiid. None whatsoever, man. So they should have Paul George in this one. This team has been playing ass. 1-8 straight up last 9 games. At what point do you want to put the pedal to the metal, man? No respect for Embiid. All the hate and shade is warranted. I will not have this guy's back anymore. Screw that guy, man. Get the F out of here, man. First you're out because of the injury. Then you got suspended. Now you sitting out games. You shouldn't even be sitting out back-to-backs. I almost said so you hadn't played all season. I'm sorry, guys. This was a really good spot to take the Sixers first half and full game. It's not a great spot for the Heat. They're coming back home off of a 5-game road trip. And it's a back-to-back with travel from Indiana. Third game in 4 nights. Not fourth and 6, but third game in 4 nights. You're coming off playing a fast-paced Indiana Pacers team. Jaime Jaquez Jr. got banged up. Now Jimmy Butler could possibly come back, but like I don't care. This is not a great spot for the Heat, in my opinion. Not coming back home from a 6-game road trip. They've played 7 of their last 8 games. They played 7 of their last 8 games on the road, traveling all over the place, guys. They were in Phoenix, Denver, Minnesota, Detroit, then back-to-back in Indiana, but still coming back home from a 6-game road trip and then having to like travel with a back-to-back. It's a horrible spot for the Heat. I wanted to be on the and also look at Caleb Martin. He's coming back. Kyle Lowry, he old as hell. Big butt out there. He's old as hell. But Caleb Martin, look out for him because I believe like the Heat had offered him a contract or something, and there was like some confusion there. I was supposed to read the story before the show. I'm doing all this other shit, but watch out for Caleb Martin to play a very motivated game. It's not like he's coming off the bench or like that. He starts for the Sixers, and they need McCain. They're going to need Paul George. They're going to need Caleb Martin. They're even going to need Big Booty Lowry to come out there. You see what I'm saying? They're going to need him to come out there and have some fight and some grit. Drummond. So, I mean, the Sixers, the Heat aren't like a very inconsistent team, but I had to poured my heart out about this Embiid shit because this shit is really starting to bother me how soft these guys are. And you look, like I said, they get paid so much money, man. Shit is like sickening, man. It's literally sick. I have no respect from these NBA players these days. I'm sorry, bro. But Not a good spot for the Heat. I wanted to be all over Sixers first half here. So trash ass motherfucker, bro. I thought the Sixers could win this game outright, man. Get this guy the fuck out of here, man. Let's go over here to Toronto. Raptors getting four at the house versus the Pacers. Pacers coming off a really good win. That was their bounce back spot yesterday versus the Heat. They went out there, covered the trifecta, mainly because they played a horrible game the first game. See what I'm saying? Versus the Heat. So that was the bounce back spot. But now, so you already have Neesmith and Nembhard out. Now you're missing Ben Shepherd as well. It's not good. You have three like really versatile guards slash wings that are out for the Pacers here. They're starting to get thin. Now you got Miles Turner that's questionable with a calf. If his calf is really kind of messing with him, they'll probably sit him here. Remember, you don't with anything with a calf, you don't want to mess your hamstring, anything that's like connected with the calf. You don't want to anything lower leg extremities, Achilles, calf, soft tissue muscle. You don't want to mess with that. So if it really is sore on this back-to-back, they might sit him out here. Pacers might have that thought process. Oh, this the Raptors. We can sit a person out. And remember what sometimes when that shit happens, when before the game, you like, oh, we can sit a guy out and still win this game. And then that team go out there and smack you in the mouth. That could be the Raptors today. Remember, the Raptors are a really scrappy team. You see, they almost beat the Celtics. Should have, not gonna say should have beat the Celtics, but Tatum traveled there on that game-winning shot. And the NBA might owe them for that one as well. They might not that there was a game-altering call, but I mean the Raptors they could have really had a chance to win that game. Tatum's three-pointer should not have counted. He traveled like you know what I'm saying. So the Raptors have lost 7 straight games. They've lost 9 of the last 10. Now they did have a stretch where they covered 5 of the last 6, and then they've won in 3 against the spread last 3. Could have covered versus the Pistons. Pistons were just too much for him in that one. I'd actually lean the Raptors here. If Turner's out, I will be betting the Raptors here. It's just going to be too many guys out. Benedict Mathurin still a baller. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton he was finding his shot yesterday versus the Heat. Obviously, you have Siakam going back to Toronto, but you look at the Raptors roster, even without Scotty Barnes, they still have ballers over there. They still have dogs over there. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, I think that the Raptors could actually be really feisty in this particular spot. Like I said, it could be a one spot where it could be maybe Raptors first half, where the Pacers are just kind of thinking like, oh, this game's gonna be easy. Raptors come out there, get a double-digit lead on them, and then obviously they're going to be a tanking team this season. So if they piss it away late, it wouldn't surprise me. Could be a spot where Raptors first half, Pacers full game, that old plus 550, plus 500 spot. You know what I'm saying? The halftime, full-time bet. Raptors first half, Pacers full game. It's very possible because obviously the Pacers are still the better team, but still back-to-back third game and fourth and sixth. But like I say, if Turner's out, I might have to hop on Raptors first half or something. Just like I say, Aaron Neesmith, Andrew Nembhard, then Ben Shepherd's out. He was starting for him. And then if Miles Turner's out as well, that's going to be tough for the Pacers to overcome here, at least maybe early in this one, man. So I'd lean towards Raptors full game, but now that I'm talking about it, could possibly be first half because Pacers probably overlooked them. Raptors will come out hot. They've already been at the house as well. No, they just came from Boston, but still they had a day off yesterday. I didn't bet this game, but I know that it's Raptors or none for me here. I don't really like this. I don't really like the spot for the Pacers here. Maybe Raptors first half. That's what I'm leaning towards in this particular game. Let's go over here to Milwaukee. Bucks laying 2.5 at the house versus the Rockets. I'm on the Bucks today. I'm on the Bucks. Best spot of the day. I have a hidden angle in this game that I won't even mention it. If you know, you see what I'm saying? But I'm backing the Bucks in this one. It's 2 straight games. They did get screwed off by the refs. I'm not going to get too much into it, but that's all I'll say. 2 straight games where they've been screwed by the refs. One they got lucky versus Detroit because I believe it was Malik Beasley that missed both free throws. They ended up going to overtime and win that one. They called a bullshit foul call at the end of that game. And then they called a foul on LaMelo that the refs literally come out and admit that it was not a foul. They literally come out and admit, damn, we fucked the Bucks off. They owe them one here. Give me the Bucks minus the 2.5. Money line, whatever you want to do. I think the Bucks win this game. I was hoping the Rockets won yesterday so that they could be a fade spot yesterday. Today, Rockets are ballers. They've won 5 straight. They've won 7 of the last 8. They're a great team. I don't think they're winning this game. I think the refs will be on the Bucks side. Obviously they get Dame back as well. That helps a lot. But I took the Bucks even before I knew that Dame was out. Dame was in. So even if it was just Giannis and the boys, I like the Bucks in this spot. Absolute must-win spot at the crib. You have a 4-9 team laying 2.5 to 3.5 points over a 10-4 team that's won 5 straight. See what I'm saying? We'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. Rockets have covered 4 straight as well. They're playing great ball. They are. I think they're going to run into a buzzsaw here versus Giannis, Dame, and the boys. Hopefully Dame's not too rusty or still a little concussed, but I'm on the Bucks here, minus the 2.5. Top spot of the day for me, the Milwaukee Bucks. I was trying to see if I see a deer last night come from casino. I didn't see any deer. I was looking for them motherfucker. I'm driving slow and all that. Where the deer is at? Where the deer is at? You feel what I'm saying? I'm on the Bucks here for a lot of reasons here, but they're pissed off. They've been losing games they shouldn't have been. They're at the house. They play a lot better here. I think their defense will show up here. I think that they make some shots. I like the Bucks here. Like I say, I don't even know who the refs are for this game, but Bucks minus the 2.5 half for me. Top spot of the day. If you want to take money line, I can't talk you off. Personally, I'm on minus 2.5 and on the money line. Top spot of the day for me. Give me the Bucks in this one. 2.5, minus 2.5, and the money line. And you know what? They might just trifecta them boys, but I'm going with the Rockets coming off a back-to-back. Bucks full game for me, official. I hadn't taken the first quarter or first half, but I think they come out here early and often smack these Rockets up, man. Love the Rockets. Just not today, you feel me? Let's go over here to the streets of Phoenix in this one. Suns getting forward at the crib versus the Magic. Suns are obviously missing obviously missing KD and Bill. They would have won the game versus the Wolves yesterday. I like the Suns yesterday. They should have won that game, end up losing it versus the Wolves. They need KD back bad, him and Bill. And then Booker might be out for this one as well. You might be without your big three. Now, remember, the Magic are not a great road team. We have to remember that. They're not a great road team. They've won every single home game this year. They're 1-6 on the road. So they've won one road game. Remember, Magic, this is something to keep up with. The Magic in their last 27 games, the home team is 26-1. 26-1 straight up. So that means Magic, when they're at the house, don't bet against them. When they're at the road, if there is a spot you want to bet against them, it's going to be on the road. You definitely need Booker here. If he could play, they could possibly win the game, but it's not a good spot for the Suns. Back-to-back with travel, 3rd game in 4, 4th and 6, 5th game in 7 nights for the Suns. Been playing a ton of games, and I think they went into overtime in one of those games as well. I think one of those games may have went into overtime, but definitely not the greatest spots for the Suns. I just know that I can't lay points with the Magic on the road. This is just not their defense is great, but we can't forget they're still without Ben Carroll, and the defense is feisty. Suns obviously won't be the same if Booker's out as well, but I don't know. I don't usually bet teams 5th game and 7th night, especially traveling as well. But I don't want the Magic on the road, so it's a simple game for me. I'm kind of off of it, man. Definitely need to see what's up with Booker though. But I just feel like I'm off this game, man. I can't trust the Magic on the road. I can't do it. If Booker plays, it's Suns or nothing for me. I'm letting you know that right now. Suns or nothing for me. Let's go over here to Sacktown, man. Kings laying 4.5 at the house versus the Hawks. The Hawks trash ass. They pissed that game away. Yesterday, it was a couple games that pissed me off yesterday. Hornets game and the Hawks, they pissed me off, man, to be honest with you. But Hawks are getting 4.5 here on the road. Blazers, Shaden Sharp went crazy yesterday. Hawks aren't a bad team. We just saw them beat the Celtics outright with no Trae Young. You see what I'm saying? Dyson Daniels. If I'm not mistaken, Dyson Daniels used to play for the Kings. I believe he was on the Kings. And then I think he was on the Pelicans and then the Kings. Y'all check me for that. I think Dyson Daniels used to play for the Kings like a little small stint. I think he was on the Pelicans and then the Kings, or the Kings and then the Pelicans. I could be tripping. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like he played for the Kings for a little bit. Regardless of that, he's gonna be all over. He's gonna be all over De'Aaron Fox. Now let's look at this, guys, because the Kings have been playing a ton of games in a ton of days, and I don't like it. Butler's in. It's going to make it even worse. Oh, shit. No Scary Terry. I'm not fucking with that game. Not fucking with that game. I still think Sixers can win that game outright. No Jaime, no Terry, but Terry been playing so ass. Jimmy don't want to play on the Heat anymore. That's a whole different story. If you want to take the Heat, take them. I could be thinking about Kessler Edwards. I thought Dyson Daniels was on the Kings at some point, but yeah, it could be Kessler Edwards trash. Hey, good trash in a bit. Hey, get up out of here, man. Um, I want to take the Hawks here, bro. I want to take Hawks plus the 4.5. Nothing super heavy, but I want to take the Hawks with the sprinkle. If you don't have Sabonis and DeRozan, it's kind of like the Suns without their big three. Like if you know the Kings, bro, Sabonis is damn near a triple double every night. He's a mini Jokic for them. You see what I'm saying? Foxes have to do it by himself. He scored 109 points. He scored 109 points in 2 games. He had 60 and then 49. They should have lost to the Utah Jazz. There was a fifth game in 7 nights. This is what still 6 game in 9 days. You go back to it, bro. The Kings hadn't had more than 2 days off in a long ass time. So they played November. I mean, I should really just calculate this up. They've been playing a ton of games. Now, this is their 4th straight home game. They hadn't had to travel anywhere. The Kings have still got to be running on fumes, man. Have to be. This game is all on the Hawks, in my opinion. If Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Capella, these guys, Okongwu, if these guys can show up, they can beat the Kings outright. The Kings are also an inconsistent team. Like I said, they should have lost to the Utah Jazz. Jazz are just ass. I think the Hawks can win this game outright. I like them with the plus 4.5. I don't love it. It's not top spot of the day. I got a little money on Hawks plus 4.5 in my pocket. I just feel like the Kings, without 2 of their 3 best players, Fox having to do it all alone. And let me tell you this, like when you go for 60 points and then 49 points the next night, that takes a lot out of you. I'm telling you this, it takes a lot of energy. It takes more energy to play defense, but when you're having to be that main scorer and carry the team on your back, that shit's gonna wane on Fox a little bit, man. You see what I'm saying? They're playing an out of conference opponent here. Like I say, if the Rosen's out, and then if Sabonis is out for sure, he's doubtful. If both of those two miss this game, I think the Hawks really have a chance to win this game outright, to be perfectly honest with you. They should be in bounce back mode, or coming off the bad loss versus the Blazers, where they were up 20 points in that game, if I'm not mistaken. They had a 16-point lead in that game and ended up getting down by 14. You see what I'm saying? So I think that the Hawks are the right side here. I got Hawks plus 4.5 in my pocket. Last game up. Don't really have much. Warriors playing Clippers. I mean, this is a revenge spot for the Warriors. Need to know if Steph's playing. It's that simple in this one. So if Steph's playing, I do think that they can get the job done versus the Clippers. Clippers have beaten these guys 4 straight times. The Warriors are a really deep team. I mean, shit, they got Melton, they got Buddy Hield. It's almost not fair what the Warriors doing over there. And nobody's really talking to them as well. They're 10-2 on the season, 9-3 against the spread. I'm not betting against them. They've won 3 straight. They've won 7 of the last 8. They've covered 7 of the last 9 as well. No, they've won 8 of the last 9 and covered 7 of the last 9. Not betting against the Warriors. Would like if Steph plays in this one. Obviously, if he's out, Clippers might even go to the favorite. Regardless, Warriors are nothing for me in this particular game. I think just kind of wait on the Steph news. If he's in, try to get on it quick before the line jumps up, which you can't really do that anymore because the books know before the team's letting the books know before it's even public info these days. I guarantee you, right when you see Steph is in, you're going to see that line already up to 6.5. You won't even have an opportunity anymore, man. So Warriors are nothing. Really simple game for me. Clippers are not bad, and they have some guys, but the fact that it's in-season revenge and lost 4 straight to the Clippers, Warriors are nothing for me here, man. It's time to get out of here, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for the well wishes on the move, man. We in a new spot. I will be here for a while, so definitely won't be moving anytime soon. I didn't want to move from the last place, but shit, I just, you know what I'm saying, the way things were aligned, just had to, you know what I'm saying, saw a bigger, better opportunity, and then now we in here. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all love, man. I really will say that, like, people sometimes, like, I don't even really feel like doing a show, or I'm going through other stuff in personal life, but I'm like, I got to come through for my guys. I got shit in my head. I got to let this out. You see what I'm saying? Bucks minus 2.5 and the money line top spot of the day by far. And I think the Bucks might cash the trifecta. I didn't bet first quarter, first half. I'm on them full game, but I think the Bucks come out here early and often and show some grit, some fight in this one. And I'm glad that Dame is back. I took it even without knowing he was back, but I think Dame is back, and I think that they go crazy. I think Giannis and the boys go crazy tonight. Looking for the Bucks. Fear the deer tonight. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go down. I'm in line. So Bulls plus 4.5 in my pocket. Bulls plus 1.5 on the first quarter in my pocket, I do like the full game more though. Pistons, 5th game in 7 nights, back-to-back with travel. I think they might just run out of gas. I think the Bulls, if they want to, if they're locked in mentally and want to try and play some defense today, I think the Bulls win that game outright. Wizards, I do lean to the Wizards plus a 4 and I do lean to the Wizards plus a 14 there. They're 5-0 against the spread, last 5 in Madison Square Garden. I'm not betting them. I can't stomach fucking with the Wizards, but that for whatever reason we follow the patterns. It's too many points for the Knicks to be laying. Wizards have been good in this particular role as well. Sixers Heat, I'd like to take Sixers first half. I think that was going to be my top spot of the game. Nito boxhead as Joel Embiid to play. He doesn't want to play. He got a little cough or something. He didn't want to. He got a little boo boo, so he didn't want to play. So fuck Embiid. You want to hate on him? Please let all the Embiid hate is warranted. Maybe he does like to duck smoke, but Sixers first half was going to be my top spot in that one. But Sixers are only 3-9 straight up in their last 12 games playing on the road in Miami. So maybe Embiid got a girlfriend or something down there, and he had too much fun last night, man. But whatever, screw the Sixers. Pacers, Raptors. I'd lean Raptors first half and full game there. And the Pacers are actually 4-13 straight up in their last 17 games playing in Toronto. So for whatever reason, 4-13 straight up. Maybe Miles Turner knows that, and he's ducking smoke as well. I'd lean towards Raptors first half and full game in that one. I'm on Bucks full game -2.5 and the money line. Let's see. The Rockets are also 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games playing in Milwaukee. I think that's going to be 0-6 after tonight, man. The Magic are 5-0 against the spread last 5 playing against the Suns, but those were all catching points. Now they're laying points, so it's a little different. If Booker plays, I'd actually lean towards the Suns there. Remember, the Magic, 26, they're the home teams in their last 27 games, 26-1. Any Magic game, the last 27 games, home teams are 26-1 straight up. Just giving you the stats, man. Hawks, Kings, Hawks plus 4.5 in my pocket. Just feel like the Kings been playing way too many games, way too many days. They were without 2 of their best players as well. Should have lost to the Jazz. Hawks are obviously much better than the Jazz. I think the Hawks get that bad taste out of their mouths as well. I think they could possibly win this game outright. Give me Hawks plus 4.5. And I lean towards Warriors -4.5 as well versus Clippers, man. That's the show. 570 people watching live. We did well on Friday. We went 2-1. Should have went 3-1. The Spurs, if they hit their last 3, would have been golden. So try to get 700 likes again, man. Like I say, you send me positive energy. You put positive energy on the show. You put out positive energy on the plays. So I'm saying we all trying to cash here. So let's try to get 700 likes. I guarantee you that shit transcends to some wins, man. Translates to some wins, man. So we always trying to have the best look, best karma as possible. That's why we don't do people wrong, man. It's all love. Hope y'all doing well, man. Hitting the gym, drinking some water. See what I'm saying? Treating people right, treating people how you'd like to be treated. I'm in the book right now. I'm about to walk to the counter and smack these motherfuckers up. You see what I'm saying? It's all love. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Us Against the Bookies. Let's get this cash. We will win. We're noticing the patterns. We're following our industries. We're not having any regrets, man. It's all love. Let's go, baby. Come on. We getting this cash today. I feel it.